Nothing just put a screen on the back of their phone, and the internet is absolutely losing its mind. I'm talking about a legitimate display with nearly 500 individual LEDs that can show animations, help you take selfies, and even play Magic 8 Ball. But is this the future of smartphones? Or did Nothing just spend way too much money on a really expensive party trick? Let's break this down. So the Nothing Phone 3 just dropped, and I need to talk about this wild back screen situation. For those who don't know, Nothing is the company founded by Carl Pei, the co-founder of OnePlus, and they've been trying to shake up the smartphone industry with their transparent designs and unique approach to tech. But this is next level. What is the Glyph Matrix? So let's start with what we're actually looking at here. Nothing is calling this the Glyph Matrix, and it's a complete departure from their previous Glyph interface. According to reviews, we're talking about 489 individually controlled LEDs arranged in a small display on the upper portion of the phone's transparent back. And from what we can see in their promotional materials, it's bright enough to be visible in daylight. It can show everything from simple notifications to complex animations. And here's where it gets interesting. They're positioning this as a functional display, not just eye candy. So, is this actually useful? Or is it just a $799 solution to a problem nobody had? Based on Nothing's official demos and early access footage, the Glyph Matrix has some pretty wild capabilities. First up, Glyph Mirror Mode. According to Android Authority, when you're using the rear camera for selfies, you know, the good camera, the Glyph Matrix shows you where your face is so you can frame the shot. Honestly, this actually makes sense. We've all struggled with rear camera selfies, and this could genuinely solve that problem. Then there's the Magic 8 Ball feature. You set it up, shake the phone, and it displays results. Is this revolutionary? No. Is it kind of fun? Probably. For notifications, Nothing is going all in on customization. Different apps can have different patterns. You can create custom animations for specific contacts, and apparently the display can show simple information like battery percentage or time without waking the main screen. Nothing is marketing this as a way to make your phone more personal and expressive. The real question is, after the novelty wears off, will people actually use this stuff? So, let's step back and think about why Nothing Phone 3 would include this feature. Carl Pei has been vocal about the smartphone revolution. The smartphone market is saturated. Apple and Samsung dominate. Google has their niche, and Chinese manufacturers are fighting on price. So how do you break through? You do something completely different. Nothing's entire brand is built around standing out. The transparent design, the unique marketing, the focus on being different. The Glyph Matrix is the logical extension of that philosophy. It's not just a phone feature, it's a statement. But this is not without problems. Let's be real about the potential issues here, because there are several that concern me. First, durability. You're adding 489 individual LEDs to a phone that's already using a transparent back design. That's a lot of extra components that can break. Drop this phone wrong, and you're not just replacing a back panel, you're replacing an entire display system. Second, battery life. The Glyph Matrix does impact battery life, though not adversely. In a world where people already struggle to get through a full day, adding a power-hungry back display seems counterproductive. Third, and this is the big one, do people actually want this? I know the tech community gets excited about innovation, but most people just want their phone to work reliably. They want good cameras, long battery life, and a smooth experience. They don't necessarily want to learn new ways to interact with their device. And let's talk about price. At $799 official pricing, this is flagship territory. You're competing with the iPhone 15, Samsung Galaxy S24, and Google Pixel 8. Those phones have proven cameras, established ecosystems, and years of software support. The Glyph Matrix better be really compelling to justify that price point. Nothing deserves credit for trying something genuinely different. The smartphone industry needs companies willing to take risks and push boundaries. The Glyph Matrix is undeniably innovative, and the technology behind it is impressive. But innovation for innovation's sake isn't always valuable. The best smartphone features are the ones that solve real problems or genuinely improve the user experience. Does the Glyph Matrix do that? I'm not so convinced. The selfie mirror feature seems legitimately useful. Custom notifications could be nice for some people. But Magic 8 Ball? Light shows? That feels like features added because they could, not because they should. I could be completely wrong about all of this. Maybe the Glyph Matrix is actually amazing in daily use. Maybe it's one of those features that you don't realize you need until you have it. So, I want to hear from you. What do you think about a screen on the back of a phone? Are you buying the hype, or do you think this is an expensive gimmick? Subscribe for more honest tech reviews, tech tips, app and software reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.